In the heart of Texas City, Texas, there once stood a shopping destination that drew crowds from across the Gulf Coast, the Mall of the Mainland. But today, that same location has transformed, marking the end of an era for retail in the area. What happened to this once thriving mall? Let's take a journey through its rise, decline, and rebirth. The Mall of the Mainland opened its doors in 1991, developed by a joint venture between Edward J. DeBartolo Corp. And the M.G. Herring Group. With anchor stores like Dillard's, Sears, and J.C. Penney, the mall was poised to become a regional shopping hub for the Texas Gulf Coast. By 1999, the mall had reached its peak, with 70 stores operating at its height. It seemed to offer everything a shopper could need, from a food court to a movie theater, and even an expansion in 1994 with the addition of a Foley's store, which would later become Macy's in 2006. The 90s saw the mall grow and thrive, with major retailers anchoring its success. But behind the scenes, challenges were mounting for its parent company, Edward J. DeBartolo Corporation. By the late 1990s, financial troubles, particularly from a gambling debt tied to Edward DeBartolo Jr., began to impact the DeBartolo family's business empire. This would set the stage for what would happen to the Mall of the Mainland. As the DeBartolo family's real estate empire began to crumble, their financial struggles led to a merger with Simon Property Group in 1996, helping stabilize their holdings. But despite this, the mall's fortunes began to change as early as the mid-2000s. By the 2000s, the mall began to show signs of wear and tear. Leaking roofs, stained tiles, and empty storefronts signaled that the mall was losing its once vibrant energy. Local shoppers were beginning to take note of the decline as fewer stores remained occupied. Around 2014, a new player entered the scene, Tanger Outlet Mall, located just down the road. With its modern stores and outlet discounts, it drew shoppers away from the Mall of the Mainland, further contributing to its decline. Despite the initial hope for revival, by 2015, the Mall of the Mainland officially closed its doors. What was once a bustling shopping center had become a hollow shell of its former self. But that wasn't the end of the story. In 2015, businessman and lawyer Joel Karam purchased the property and breathed new life into it. The mall was rebranded as Mainland City Center, and while it no longer boasted the expansive retail options it once had, it found new purpose as a community-focused space with offices and smaller businesses. The transformation marked the end of an era, but also a new chapter for the location. The Mall of the Mainland's story is one of ambition, setbacks, and reinvention. From its optimistic beginnings in the 1990s to its eventual decline and rebirth, it serves as a reminder of the changing landscape of retail and the community's resilience in adapting to new realities. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Mall of the Mainland's history.